Hello,
Yo,
everybody. What's up?
what's up, y'all?
Hey, I'm Coach Rosa,
I'm Coach Jefferson.
and we are the Healing Project. We are so ecstatic to be live with you here tonight. This is one of three lives that we are doing in the month of September as a lead up to something amazing that we have going on called Fix My Marriage Coaching Group. And so last week we talked about why do we keep fighting about the same things in our
hmm
relationships. Tonight, we're going to be talking about how your marriage isn't broken, but your blueprint might be. Uh, right? But we're
hmm
not here to point fingers. We're here to help people get some viable solutions and tips and strategies to thrive in their marriage, their dating relationships,
hmm
relationship with their family member, whatever it is.
Whatever.
Yeah, so we are here for it tonight. Why don't you say something, Coach, and welcome to people?
What up, y'all? I'm feeling kind of hyped right now because we got us a little microphones, and I was laughing because I was looking at where mine is and looking where hers is because she's little.
In comparison to him, I'm pretty sure.
But no, y'all. Yeah, I'm excited about this marriage journey, being able to help other couples in their marriages and their relationships, and just really just in this moment, just reflecting over all that I've learned, how I've grown, and how I'm continuing to grow as a husband. It's a beautiful thing.
Amen. So, why don't you all do us a favor as we're getting started? We want you to share the video so we can share this goodness with others in our lives. And then we also want you to drop in the comments. Let us know where you are joining from, even if you're watching the replay.
Mhm.
And so, tonight we're really going to focus on taking a look at how unrealistic expectations in our marriage or our intimate relationships can cause unnecessary pain.
Mm.
And we'll show you how adjusting those expectations can really lead to more peace and harmony within your marriage relationship or
Mm.
your dating relationship or whatever it is. And so I really encourage you to share and to tune in regardless of your relationship status. Coach, how do you think this conversation can help anyone regardless of their relationship status?
Regardless of status, I say, it's just a matter of helping them. I think understanding what they've been through in their relationships, help them to have greater awareness of how they saw people in their marriages, their family,
Yes.
their parents, or lack thereof, how that shaped the way that they view marriage and the way that they view themselves and the way that they view
Mm.
the person they're in a relationship with.
That's so good. Yeah. And I even think if you're not in a relationship right now,
Yeah.
this conversation can still be helpful because marriage isn't the only relationship that people have blueprints for. People
Yep.
have blueprints for friendship that may not
Yes.
be serving them well. People
Mm.
have blueprints for what it looks like to be in a relationship with a colleague or someone you work with that may not be serving you well. You may have a blueprint for what it might be look like to be in a relationship with a mentor or a guide, and it may not be serving you well. And so I think the real walk away from this conversation tonight from anybody listening, regardless of your relationship status, is to really take a look at your expectations and to see
hmm
if they are helping you or hurting you.
hmm
So I see you all coming in. Thank you so much for being here. I want you to drop in the comments and let us know where you are joining from. Let's see it. Drop it in the chat. And let's get going and share this video. And you want to share it right now. Listen, don't be stingy. This is about to bless your life tonight.
Come on, y'all. There's
Be
enough to go
kind.
around.
Be kind and share this video so that other people can get the blessing too. All right. Okay. So, we're going to start off by talking a little bit about the myth of a perfect blueprint. I think
hmm
in our culture, one of the things that's a big killer, for a lot of us in our American culture is, hey, how you doing, Dr. Hunter?
Dr. Hunter.
Is this perfectionist mindset. We in our country are just really obsessed with everything being perfect, everything being just right. Because I think that I don't just think, I know from my work as a professional counselor and coach. Hey, Virginia, how you doing, Dr. Wilcox? We got all the doctors in the
Hey,
house
Dr.
tonight. Y'all
Sis.
share this video. But we are literally obsessed in the culture about
Lorraine
being perfect.
Kubakile.
Dr. Lorraine Kubakile.
Dr. Kubakile.
From New York, right by way of Botswana. Hello, doctor. We got all the doctors in the house tonight. I love this. Share the video.
My African sister.
Yes, but what I was saying is that we are obsessed with perfectionism. And so a lot of times in our relationships, we're looking for a perfect blueprint, a perfect pathway, because I think that sometimes we believe the lie that if we could just get everything right, then nothing will go wrong. Right. And that we won't have problems and we won't have disappointments. But the reality is perfectionism isn't real. And guess what? When you have Christ on your side, you don't need to be perfect because he's perfect. And so anything that shows up in your life, anything that you face or you find yourself going through, whether it's struggling in your marriage or in a friendship or with a family member, guess what? God's grace is sufficient and he can help you. And so I really would love for us to throw the idea of having a perfect blueprint out of the window for these relationships. So tell us a little bit about this myth of the perfect blueprint.
I think the myth, starting with this idea first, is people come into relationships thinking that they got it. Like, I know how to do this. I'm good. What I brought to the table is what's needed. I got this, right? And so when we're thinking about the word perfect, which you've already kind of expounded on, that word throws people for a loop.
Yeah.
Because there is no perfect anything, right?
Yes.
And so I really think that couples coming into this union, coming into this relationship, and they have these ideas of what they think something should be, and they think that their way is the right way. And what happens, it can create conflict, and can create tension, can create unnecessary stress in that relationship.
Oh, for sure. 100. Yes. Sis said, make it plain. That's good teaching. Yeah. And I think that, that's just a reality. Like sometimes we have a plan and we have a blueprint, but it doesn't match the reality of our lives. Come on.
Yeah.
It doesn't always match the reality of our lives. So I have a question for you. So this is a little bit of a discussion question. Okay. So we're going to talk about this a little bit openly. So my question for you, and then I'll answer this, Jefferson, is, when we sometimes have these blueprints, the blueprints come from different places. Okay. So I want to see in the chat, where did you get your ideas about the blueprint for your marriage or the marriage that you desire? Did you get it from your family? Did it come from the church? I want to see this in the chat. Did it come from media and different ideals and things that you see in culture?
TV couples.
Right. TV couples. Or did it come from just even your personal fantasies or desires? Where did you get the script for the blueprint that you have or that you had for your marriage or for your intimate relationship? So talk to us about that for you, Jefferson, when it comes to marriage for you. Where do you think you started and where did that influence come from about the blueprint?
Oh, it started with my parents.
Okay.
It started with my mom and my dad. I can even think back to when we lived in Alaska and just seeing the interactions between the two of them. My dad, this is crazy. Um,
God rest his soul.
yeah, my dad, very playful by nature, very hands-on, very engaging. Um, and just seeing him like always willing to kind of pursue my mom.
Yes.
Um, and also, in those early years, just seeing them work together, as a little kid, seeing them for me as a little child, just seeing them together was seeing a great partnership.
Yes.
And maybe not understanding the dynamics of
Mm-hmm.
what a great marriage is, but as a child, just having them there together was like, my parents are great.
Wow. That's really powerful. Mm-hmm.
you know. Then moving from there to Virginia, seeing my grandparents
Mm-hmm.
and their relationship and their engagement, seeing my other aunts and uncles in the neighborhood because we lived in this little area together, and then TV shows.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, mainly most of my shaping of marriage relationships started with family marriages.
Yeah. That's so good. I haven't seen it in the chat yet. Yet. Drop it in the chat. Where did your influences come from in terms of a blueprint for marriage or intimate relationships? Drop it in the chat. I thought about this question for myself, and I will be honest, I didn't really have a blueprint going into marriage. I think opposite of you, your parents ended up divorced later in life, but when we were getting married, your parents were getting divorced.
Right.
But my parents divorced by the time I was 9. And so, you know, and it was a very challenging family situation. And so it was not something that was desirable. So I can't say that I really had a blueprint. I did have other people in my family who were married, but I'll be honest, unfortunately, I didn't know a lot of people. I actually didn't know anybody who was happily married. And so I cannot even say that I have a blueprint. I mean, not even people in the church. A lot of the people that I knew in the church growing up, either I didn't have exposure to their marriage, I had exposure to their marriage and they were happily married, or they were also people who ended up divorced because of infidelity or abuse of some sort. And so I walked into marriage, honestly, man, I was such a silly girl living on faith because I had no blueprint for this thing. I wasn't the type of girl who grew up fantasizing about being married or planning a wedding. I actually didn't even have interest in being married because of all the negativity that I saw. Didn't understand how it fit into my life or potentially God's plan and purpose for my life. But I had no blueprint.
I didn't either.
Me either. And I actually went into it just trusting God. I was like Madonna living on a prayer, right? When it comes to marriage. So I thank God.
She said,
what?
Hold on, you moved too fast. Tell her to slow down, y'all. Tell Coach to slow down.
Y'all keep sharing this video. Welcome. I see new people coming in. Drop it in the chat. Let us know where you're joining.
How that song go? What was that song?
Oh, Living on the Prayer. I don't know if that wasn't Madonna. That was somebody else. See, I'm not real good with my rock and roll and pop.
See?
Oh, no. She had a Living on the Prayer song too. Don't get me to singing because this is going to be embarrassing. But anyway,
okay.
I took that leap of faith, and I really did take a leap of faith for marriage because I do believe that God called me to you. And we talked about it. I was very definitely, I loved you and I could see us spending our lives together, but there was also a certain level of nerves and nervousness.
Y'all better share this live
around getting married and being married because I just didn't really understand what it was all about. But I trusted God anyway because I knew how to hear his voice and I know what he told me. And so, while that's beautiful and it's spiritual and he about to shout over here, let me tell you, there are a lot of folks who have done that too and who have trusted God, but it didn't really work out. Or maybe they're still together, but it's really hard right now. And so I think these conversations are important because it can help us sometimes get to the root of things.
Yeah.
Come on.
Marriage is hard.
It's tough. We have a comment. It says, yes. Someone says, definitely did not get it from my family. Absolutely. Didn't want to repeat family patterns. But now from church family, it's a place where I am being taught. Amen to that. And I think that's such a wonderful testament to how we can learn and grow at any season in our life and any season in our relationship. Come
Yeah.
on. Oh my gosh, from the Bahamas, my brother LaQuinn. God bless you, men of God. Yes, this is an important conversation. Share this
LaQuinn,
video. Yes. Amen. Blessings, Dr. Lomax.
we got to
All the
catch up,
doctors
sir.
in the house.
My God.
Okay. So yeah, it's really tough, but it can be a reality check. Sometimes the marriage isn't what's broken. Sometimes the way that you think about and you conceptualize how to walk the thing out. Oh, thank you, Jonathan. You know what? You would know who the artist is.
Come
Look
through,
at your
sir.
thing itself. Bon Jovi. Yes. Hi,
Hey,
January.
daughter.
How you doing, daughter? Awesome. Okay.
So I want to answer this question.
Oh, go ahead.
So we have that, we're talking about blueprints and we're talking about script. And, most couples most couples walk into marriage carrying a script.
Yes.
Right? Whether it's, from family traditions, media ideas, church culture, or personal fantasies of what they think marriage should be. But I think that with these scripts, we have to be able to figure out what's the blueprint that's going to work for my marriage.
Come on.
Right. And so for me, the script, one of the scripts that I had or really came from family traditions. And I always typically, for the most part, saw women cook.
Yeah.
So I kind of came into this thing kind of thinking that you were going to be Chef Boyardee Rosa.
Boy, that boy crazy. Dr. Lynette will tell you on here, she got me, I remember, I still have the gift. The gift that she got me when we got married was a cookbook.
That cookbook.
Because she know I could cook.
And was Betty Crocker.
Betty Crocker cookbook.
With the raisins and the potato salad recipe in there.
Stop that. Hey, Marvin. It's good to see you.
Marvin, you see what we got?
And Sister Sharon.
We stepping up, Marvin.
Yes. Okay. January is 3 years in and definitely have to reshape according to your home. Girl, you getting ahead of us.
Don't you start.
Come on now.
I gotta invite you on this.
Our daughter, she is learning quick. She is on year 3 and know that you have to take an assessment of your own home and make some decisions.
Yes.
Yeah, we trying over here.
We coming up, sir.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about how these unrealistic expectations show up.
Yeah.
So here's some common examples of some unrealistic expectations for marriage or your intimate relationship. And I'm going to share just a couple, but I want to ask you, and I want you to drop it in the chat, and I want you to share the video because this is going to get good.
Can I share the first one?
I'm going to ask them first.
Oh, okay.
What type of unrealistic expectations can show up in a marital relationship or romantic relationship? Drop it in the chat. You go ahead and share the first one. So here are just a couple.
First example is expecting constant cookie and zero conflict.
Oh, what? Okay, you're going to have to say that just so that everybody can understand, because some people may not know what cookie is.
The cookie in the cookie jar.
Right.
Expecting that, you come into a marriage expecting constant romance.
Okay.
Or sexual pleasure.
Yeah.
The sex. And there be zero conflict.
Anybody ever bumped into that? My goodness. Yeah, that's just very unrealistic. That's right. Oh, Lord, I hear you. Oh, Lord, that is a very unrealistic expectation. You
got to stay here for just a moment.
Yeah.
Since you like to chat a little bit, I like to chat a little bit too. But I think that as we mature and as we grow, that learning how to lean into the conflict, to resolve the conflict, can in situations bring more access to the cookie.
My God. Now you getting ahead. They got to join the group to learn about
I'm
that
sorry,
one.
y'all. I'm sorry.
My God.
Okay, let me stop.
So that's a big one. So here's another unrealistic expectation, an example. Assuming that your spouse will just know your needs.
Whoop.
This is a big one. I work with couples a lot in professional counseling and coaching. Why somebody drop a cookie in the chat? Oh my gosh.
Cookie, 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 cookie. Listen, y'all, we gonna have fun on this thing here.
Yes. But a lot of times there's an expectation and assuming that your spouse will know. And this is a huge one with couples. I think especially women, but I can say men too. I think there can be just this expectation that this is the person that's closest to me. They love me. They know me. You may consider this person your best friend. So they know. And then when they don't do what you expect them to do, you get mad.
Whoop.
And then what you find out down the road is that the truth, if truth be told, you actually never communicated
What?
your expectations. You didn't communicate your needs. You didn't
Mm.
communicate nothing.
Mm.
You thought that your partner was supposed to read your mind. And because they know you so well, that they're just supposed to pick up on things by osmosis or the Holy Ghost that they got or something and get it all right. But that's not real. And then when I confront a man or a woman about, hey, did you actually ever ask for that? Or did you tell them what you wanted or needed? Or did you speak up? And they say, no, they're supposed to know. And then it's like, well, they don't know. And then they get mad at me and say, well, that's not right. If they're my husband or they're my wife or they're my better half, they should just know. I shouldn't have to tell them anything. And that thing is like a major problem and this gridlock issue in these intimate relationships. Listen, nobody can read your mind. And if you have a problem communicating and speaking up and asking for what you want and what
That's
you
good.
need and sharing how you feel, let me say this, you're under functioning.
My God.
If you're under communicating, you're also under functioning in the relationship. Been guilty.
And if you're
Guilty of it.
if you're under functioning in that way,
Yes.
and you're under communicating, then you're robbing yourself and your marriage of a greater intimacy.
It's so true. It's so true. Oh, we got some stuff in the comments. Yes, there is a difference between assuming and willingness. Come on. That's a good point. One spouse expecting the other spouse to always do something because of their sex, meaning women are supposed to be the one to clean the house. Yeah, that can be a big assumption, like
Gender
roles, and they
right.
come from all kinds of places. But like January said, you got to assess your own house and figure out what's going to work there. Oh, this is a good one. Someone said previous sexual relationships also added to unreal expectations in marriages. Yeah. So if you have been active before, or not even just sexually, but emotionally, you may have certain expectations for how things should play out here, or not, like I said, not just physically, but emotionally in terms of communication. Or if you have unprocessed trauma or pain, you could be sometimes projecting things onto your partner that actually ain't got nothing to do with it about them. But that's for another day.
Right.
Let's not bother that tonight.
My God.
Let's not bother that tonight. So good. Got a question for us?
Yeah. What unrealistic expectation did you have coming into marriage? I want to ask you all.
Yes.
I want to ask you all. Put it in the chat. What unrealistic? Listen, this is gonna help some of y'all tonight. What unrealistic expectation did you have coming into marriage? Be honest, be real, be transparent. If you don't want to share it, at least write it down, think about it.
Yeah.
But I'll ask you, babe. What unrealistic expectation?
I think the most unrealistic expectation that I had coming into marriage was thinking that because I waited until marriage to have sexual intercourse and you waited, that when we got together, it would just be like magical and it would just pop off and everything would be like what I saw on the movies, that it would just be so easy. And I'm going to tell you, man, It wasn't.
I'm gonna say something too.
You know, it wasn't. Now, don't get me wrong. He could put it down, and he know what he's doing now. And yes, I said that. Why? Because I'm married. Duh. He know what he doing. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed that you know what you're doing.
I ain't saying.
Don't be ashamed that I enjoy it. Um. So yeah, but the difficulty there for me was just like it took time
Yes.
to develop that chemistry. It took time to like learn each other's bodies. It took time for me to shed myself of some of the shame that came along with purity culture. So you don't grow up all your life having people in the church tell you not to have sex and that's a bad and dirty thing.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, because you're married, you become like, you know, this overly sexual being or whatever. It's just not
Mhm.
a thing. So that was a very unrealistic
That's
expectation
good.
that I had, because we talking to grown folks in real
Mhm.
conversations.
Right.
Okay. What about you? What was maybe let me see before I ask you.
I like what look what Tabby said.
Okay, one unrealistic expectation someone shared here is that my spouse would make me
Feel
whole
whole
or
or
complete.
complete.
Oh,
My
that's a
God.
big one. That's a big one that a lot of us, yeah, carry. It's like, well, when I'm finally married, then I'll feel good about myself. Or when I'm finally married, I won't have to deal with the pain of certain things in my
Or
life
my
that have been
trauma.
unresolved, or my trauma. And like marriage, it doesn't heal us in that ways. No. Oh my goodness. Dr. Lomax talking about she too young for this conversation, so she gonna log off.
Oh my
Y'all better
God.
share this video.
Whatever. Whatever, Lomax.
What about you, Coach? What unrealistic expectation did you have coming into marriage?
Um, I think for me, with you, it was that we were just gonna like always be on the same page.
No conflict.
No conflict. Yeah.
Okay. Why is that so unrealistic?
Because we're different.
Oh, okay.
That's unrealistic because we are two individuals who come from two totally different backgrounds.
Yes.
And I love it. My spiritual pops, Elder Lanier, he probably gave the greatest analogy of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna share it, and I hope y'all catch this. He said marriage as is two becoming one. He said when two rivers come together, at that point where they come together, where they merge, there's turbulence. There's a lot of turbulence in the water,
Yes.
and it's just rough because you have these two bodies coming together. He said, but when you go downstream about a mile or so, it's smooth,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so it just made me think about like there's turbulence,
Yeah.
and you're bringing two totally different people together to become one. And just because you get through one conflict, it doesn't mean that there aren't going to be other conflicts or things that come up over time.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, that's so good. I saw another comment in here about an unreasonable expectation that someone said. They said that they thought that that there would be 100% honesty and communication openly with them. Man, that's a great one. You know, I mean, yes, we do expect for people to be open and honest, but the reality of it is that's not always the case. And
Mhm.
sometimes it's not just even about lying, it's about people being at a place where they have the ability. First of all, you have to know how you feel, then you have to be able to express that,
Mhm.
right? And even if you can do those things, there are times when people choose not to for a number of
Right.
different reasons, some of which may have to do with you and
That's good.
sometimes it doesn't. But that's a journey, because just because people are married, I think we got to be careful not to make the assumption that we have 100% trust and safety
Right.
within the context of the relationship,
Yeah.
because it should be a long game. And so that some of that is going to ebb and flow over time as we have different experiences.
Mhm.
So, but I appreciate saying that. I think that's a really good one.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, absolutely. January, she teaching. She need to lead this group.
What's
She
she
said
say?
that marriage is really a form of sanctification.
Uh-oh.
Hallelujah. Come on. One
Come
of
on,
my
Bible.
favorite favorite marriage quotes is that marriage is not really about making you happy as it is about making you holy. Come on, right? And the Bible
Mm,
talks about that in regards to in our marital relationship, how the sanctified wife sanctifies her husband. Like it creates an opportunity for us to
mhm.
develop deeper into the character and the nature of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, this is a good one. I see another comment says, I thought we'd speak the same language. Man, that's a good one. I
That is a
probably
good
thought
one.
that too.
But
Mm.
we don't.
No, we don't. We're very different. We're the same, but oh, so different.
And I like learning her language. Hey.
My goodness. Okay. So, what's really important is that we work on adjusting our blueprint. So, here are just
Mm,
really some quick mindset shifts that you can take away with you and use right away. One, we need to move from fantasy to reality. Okay. Marriage won't solve all of our problems. And a
mhm,
lot that has come up a lot tonight, but it is a context for growth.
mm,
And so when we have these difficulties and these challenges in our marital relationship, we do have an opportunity to shift out of this is so bad, I can't stand this. This is horrible. I want out to God, what is it that you're trying to show me or teach me through this
oof.
experience? Come on.
That's a mindset shift.
It's a shift.
You got to die to yourself to do that.
Absolutely.
What do you?
Because yeah, thinking that in order for there to be peace in this relationship, that all things must be good at all time and every conflict needs to be solved, that's a fantasy land.
Mm,
The reality of it is that we're in this together. Oh yes, and it hurts sometimes. That's right, baby. But we're growing.
right.
We're growing. What's another mindset shift?
Um, from mind reading to communication,
Oh,
right? So healthy couples talk about needs clearly and often, even when it makes you or the other person uncomfortable.
yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you got to talk it out. You have to talk it out.
Yeah. And sometimes in order to talk it out, you have to elevate your communication skills.
Mm,
And I know over the years for me as a counselor, I teach people about communication all the time. But there definitely came a point in my life where I had to start eating the things that I was dishing out to other people,
mm-hmm.
right?
Facts.
And level up in my communication. And then the third one is moving from
Mm.
the mindset of perfection, we talked about in
Uh-oh.
the beginning, to progress. Marriage is about building together. It's not about being flawless. It's not about looking like these people that you see on IG or TikToks and couple
Mm-hmm.
goals and relationship goals. The
Right.
goal in marriage is not perfection. That's not real. It's all about progress. Are we moving forward? Are we getting better together? Are
Yes.
we learning how to do things a little bit better bit by bit? Sometimes you might take 3 steps forward and 1 step back.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Last time I checked, 3 minus 1 is 2. That's still progress.
My God.
Come on. That's right. That's good stuff. From mind reading to communication.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So those are just some of the things that we can do to begin to shift. So one of the things that we want to do is just to share a little bit with you about opportunity that we have coming up here, actually starting almost a week from now. So next Monday, we are going to be starting our first couples group. This is for people who are seriously dating, engaged, and then also married folks. And it's called Fix My Marriage. And I'm dropping it in the chat. And this is a 10-week group for couples where we are going to be focusing on helping couples to improve their connection and communication. Okay. We meet every Monday from 7:30 to 9, starting next Monday, September the 22nd. And then we end right before Thanksgiving. And it's going to be a very dynamic group that's led by the two of us, where we are going to be really focused on evidence-based practices surrounding communication and connection, because the communication and the connection, they go hand in hand. And so when
Mhm.
we can level up and learn the best skills that are out there to kind of help us improve our communication in our marriage, guess what? Our connection will improve too. And so we would love to have you as a part of that. I just dropped the link in the chat. You can read more about that and sign up at thehealingpros.com/fix. That is going to be the type of space where you can actually do some of the deeper work that we've been talking about on tonight, because it's
Mhm.
one thing to talk about it, it's another thing to be about it.
Right.
For sure. For sure. Let's see. I see another comment in here. Sometimes I need to pause, take in the situation, process it, and then proceed with communication. Listen, girl, that's a whole masterclass right there on communication. That's the best way to deal with
That what she do
communication.
with me.
I do. I have to process instead of just blurting it all out, because usually if I blurt it out, it ain't gonna come out right.
Mm-mm.
So, my goal is to be honoring in the way that I communicate. So I love that, Amanda. I think that is so important. So we are going to also right now, we're going to drop a link in the chat, because we're going to finish up here in just a moment, but we have, as a part of our conversation tonight, an opportunity just for a live Q&A, but we're going to take that offline so we can have real talk. So if you have questions or comments, or you want to share a little bit more about some of these things that we've been talking about tonight in regards to the blueprint and expectations, we're here for it. If you have questions about the group that's going to be starting next week, we're here for it. But this has just been incredible. It's
This
been
has been
so
fun.
amazing to have you all here tonight
Yeah.
engaging. We have felt the energy, we have felt the love. And there's one other thing that we have coming up that we should tell them about. Why don't you tell the people about it?
We got something coming up.
Mhm.
We got our podcast coming up, y'all.
Come
What's the name of
on.
it, Rosa?
So it's the Healing Project podcast, and the subtitle is
You,
You, Me,
me,
and
and
We.
we.
And what we're going to be talking about in the podcast, it's really an intersection between relational intelligence
Mm-hmm.
and emotional intelligence. And we're focusing on how to balance out loving yourself and others well.
Yeah,
Right?
it's going to be really good. I'm excited about it. We're going to get into sharing our journey. We're going to have guests on the show. We're going to give them opportunity to talk about their marriage and just kind of go
Yes.
back and forth. We're going to get into the word. Y'all, I'm going to break that word down like it ain't nobody
Come
business. My
on.
God, y'all going to eat good. And it's going to be very practical, very relevant. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think you're going to see, I know y'all know us, but you're going to see another side of me. Yeah.
Ooh, he gonna show y'all another side of him. I'm excited to see this
You're going to see
too.
another level of my
Okay.
vulnerability.
Okay. Yeah. And this is a podcast that we decided to create to really um share just some of the things and the experiences that we've had, that we've been through in regards to relationships. So this podcast is not just about marriage, it's about relationships, but
Mm-hmm.
different experiences in our own marriage, different experiences in our careers and the workplace, with our friends, with our family,
Mm-hmm.
with as clergy people,
Mm.
leaders in churches, parishioners in churches, all of these different life
Entrepreneurship
experiences.
and
And I
marriage.
think one of the things that we realize is that, of course, we've been through a lot, and we've had some glorious times and some fun times, but we've also had some significant challenges along the way. But what I learned is that it's not about what it is that you've been through, right? It's about how you walk it out. Do you allow your
Mm-mm.
experiences to make you bitter or to make you better? Right. And that's all about having that growth mindset as it pertains to relationships in your journey, and being open to God. What is it that you're trying to teach me? And learning and leveling up in the ways that you relate to yourself
Mm-hmm.
and to others, because they both matter. It's not either or, it's both and. And so
Mm-hmm.
this podcast is going to be such an integral space for us to get into these types of, I think, really valuable conversation that the church really needs right now. And guess what? The world needs it too. And
Yeah.
so we're here for it. We start the first episode, we just recorded it last night. It's dropping Tuesday, October the 7th. And then it will we'll be live every Tuesday, dropping an episode every Tuesday on YouTube, and then everywhere else that you listen to podcasts, it'll be available for your listening ears. So thank you all so much. I see you all celebrating in the chat. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Listen, we are going to say goodnight to you, but again, we have the live Q&A available. So if you are interested and you want to continue this conversation and learn more about the group, just go ahead and click on that Zoom link, and we'll see you in just a moment. Thank you all so much. Yes, for being here. God bless you. Share this video if this blessed you at all. That is our only request. We love you guys so much. See some of you in the conversation, and others will see you soon. God bless y'all. Oh, and we'll be back here next Tuesday. I'm sorry, not Tuesday. We'll be back here Sunday night at 8 p.m. Sunday. And we're going to be talking about the things that we wish we knew in year one. That's going to wrap up our series. So we'll be back here Sunday at 8. The things we wish we knew in our first year.
My God.
Yeah. Yeah. So that'll be great. Awesome. All right.
I wish I knew how to. Oh, never mind. Be get off if I get in trouble.
See you soon.